Guys, that's how long this workout took for me. And to be honest, you could probably shave off a good 5 to 10 minutes due to the recording and the moving around that we had to do. Guys, for this video, I'm gonna show you how you can transform your game by targeting these deeper positions with our deep plyos, targeting injury-prone sites like the knee, like the groin, like the hamstring, exercises that many footballers should be doing on top of their heavy lifting, or maybe you wanna take a break from heavy lifting, because that's what I did this summer. For 2-3 months, I did a variation of this right here, and it has completely transformed my body. I am someone that has undergone a lot of ankle issues. I have bone fragments that are potentially loose right there, early onset arthritis, and in spite of that, all right, my knees feel better than they ever have. My hamstring, glutes, all that stuff feels better than it's ever having. At 30 years old, I'm feeling better than how I did at 25, and I want you to win. I want you to benefit. So in today's video, we're gonna be taking you through a nice in-depth workout. This intro is long, guys. Let's just get straight into the video.
Yeah. Top of the morning, I know that you thought I was dormant. Woke up early from shots that was swarming the block.
For the warm-up, we did some jogs, some dynamic stretches, some quick activation stuff, things that are gonna prime the body. So now let's jump straight into the workout. So this is gonna be everything right here. I talked about the rolling, the dynamic stretching, and then some activation right here as well. So the rolling to loosen up everything. I'm emphasizing my feet because as we loosen the bottom of the foot, a lot of things up the chain start to get better. Dynamic stretches, for obvious reasons, you wanna open up the body. You don't wanna go into these deep tier movements without being warm. And some activation. All right, we wrote it with invisible ink right there. That's why you can't see it.
I'm blind, Carl, not stupid.
And we're gonna go into deep plows. I'm gonna start us off with the pogos and the lunge back lift. Let's go. And just get a variety. With this one, we're trying to get the springs going. As you can see, I'm bringing my toes up in the air. So when my feet hits the ground, it's already nice and tense, and I can pop back up. I got this for 20 reps. Boom. Okay, so we're not gonna take a break. We're gonna go straight into the next exercise, which is the lunge back lift. Okay, so this is gonna be a precursor to the more intense deep plyometric that we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the split stance and just popping off of the back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need to fully extend this front leg. 6, 7, 8. Getting the other side, just gonna get 8 reps. And we're just kind of pulsing up. Think of this as an assisted jump. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as simple as that. Now I'm gonna go back into the pogos, and then again, the second set of the lift off for a total of 2 rounds. So we got our 2 sets of these two. Now we're gonna go to the reactive pogos, and then the elevated split jump. That one is gonna be crazy. Let's get it. So for these reactive pogos, notice that we got 8 reps. So the way we start is we're just in this low position, and the way that we make this reactive for today, boom, forward 1, 2. I wanna come back fast. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Once we're done with that one, hey, you're not gonna get rest for this one here. Again, into that elevated split jump. We're gonna go into front leg elevated. What this is gonna do, it's gonna allow me to get into this deeper position. I want you to grab something that's around this height right here. Gonna be about maybe 3, 4, 5 inches, something like that. And this is gonna allow me to get a deeper range of motion, all right? For those that are just starting off, maybe you just wanna start off in something like this, because you're gonna feel a nice little stretch on that hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't know what to do with your hands, right here, 6, 7. There we go. And we get the other side immediately. All right, deep position. Let's go. 1, 2. It's okay if the knee doesn't touch the floor. I like to think like I'm just kind of scraping the turf. And now we immediately go back to the reactive pogos to get 2 total sets of everything. Guys, we're just gonna roll through this, okay? You're gonna get a nice little burn, especially if it's your first time doing something like this. Also, I highly recommend if you have a game tomorrow or in the next 2 days, this is not what you wanna do, all right? Again, we're going through deep capacity. Your body will be sore, all right? Because we're exposing it to a lot of things that you have never done, all right? So we're gonna go into deep squat jumps. This is one of my favorite ones, the most intense one. Then we're gonna go onto a one leg hinge hop. Let's get it. For these, we're gonna be doing some sort of oscillation. 1, 2, and whenever you're ready, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. And notice that my heels do kind of stay up. Boom. And for this one, I want to catch myself on the way down. What a lot of y'all are going to be doing, here, I'll show you right here. You're not going to have that strength. It's going to burn. You're going to pause, and then it's going to be tough for you to get back in that deep position. All right, so you have to build up to this. And maybe this is too intense for some of you guys, so you have to modify and scale accordingly. Remove sets, remove exercise, or go down in reps. This one is going to target a lot more of that glute and that hamstring in that lengthened position. All right, here we go. Let's go. 1, 2, 4. Simple as that. All right, so just like on the football pitch, whenever you're sprinting, doing these things, you expose the leg and glute in this lengthened position. So as you're sprinting, boom, right, we got to do fast things. This is why I love doing that exercise. I'm tired. Set number 2 coming up. Hi guys, I just got done with the warm-up. I just got done with the deep tier plyos. I'm gonna get a quick little water break. Then we're gonna go on to the first strength block.
If you want to train like a professional footballer, check out my ultimate footballer plans. And if you want something more custom and specific to you, I offer custom plans. This is the plan that my pro footballers use. I've been privileged to work with some amazing professional footballers like you're seeing right here on the screen. If you want something more tailored to you to get you ready, whether it's off season, preseason, in season, guys, that's gonna be the plan for you.
All right guys, water break. I'm 24 minutes in. Now gonna go on to the first exercise, the single leg was sit hold. My goal is to go for 30 seconds. Timer starts now. So here's the thing about this one here. If this is too intense for you, what you can do, you can go on to 2 legs, and that's how you're gonna make it more intense, all right? And if you do wanna start off with that single leg to make it easier, all right? Yes, you can go up, what I prefer to do, so you can kind of see the angle that I'm at, but what I like to do is I like to scoot this foot away from me, and that's also gonna put less tension on the knee, especially if you do have any sort of knee issues or knee pain, it's gonna be good to do that, all right? Gonna get the second set, and then we'll move on to the second exercise. Just did the was sit. Now we're gonna go on to the single leg hinge with a swing. All right, on this one here, a lot of control. Make sure that you start off with a little bit of weight. If you've never done any fast hamstring work, you may start to cramp up. All right, here we go. We drive up. 1, 3. I wanna go fast on the way up. Get that hip extension at the top here. Lock in that hip. 6. Let that dumbbell pull you back. Yeah. All right guys, exercise number 2. Grab a nice and heavy dumbbell, hold this plank position, punch forward, bring it back, alternate. All right, again, you want to grab a nice heavy load, control that dumbbell. Do not let those hips open up as you go into this, all right? We want to really have some nice core control. All right, team, now we're gonna move on to block number 2 right over here. All right, so I just got done. I only did 2 sets. I'm trying to keep my workout time into account. I'm trying to shorten that. So just 2 sets. As you can see, I'm sweating. I am working here. I have my short split squats. This is gonna be very intense because we have to go 4 seconds on the way down. Let's get it. All right, guys, my goal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you notice, a lot of y'all may need to start off body weights because you're putting a lot of time under tension on the quad. Also, I really like this short split squat because you begin to challenge that dorsiflexion and that ankle mobility. So for those people that have maybe lack of ankle mobility, this is going to challenge you and actually help you with that as well. Make sure that you keep that back leg pretty close to this foot. Going on to that 4-foot isometric with the long lever. This one is going to be tough, and this is what I'm looking for right here. So as you can see, the foot, I only want the 4-foot. The toes can be on it, but all that pressure is going to be on that 4-foot. From here, I'm going to get my heel up high, as you just saw that, my hips up high, and I'm squeezing, and I can make this tougher by scooting that foremolar away. This is going to be very good for anyone that's had a history of like knee issues or weak hamstrings, very tight hamstrings. This is going to be good for you right here. All right, guys, a simple Copenhagen. I'm going to go with my calf on that bench for that long lever. That's going to be more intense instead of placing that knee on there. Very simple, groin health, one of the best exercises for footballers. All right guys, we've gotten to the end. The last thing that I have here today is gonna be a balance, and for today I'm going for 3 minutes. Let me show you real quick how I make this more intense and the variations that I like to do. Initially, just start with this. Maybe for you, this is too easy, and this is how you can make this more difficult. You can bring up the knee, go out to the side, all right? And you'll kind of start to lose balance. After this, what I like to do, and I can, if I'm honest guys, my record for holding this with my eyes closed is almost 3 minutes. Just doing this right over here. All right, once your foot gets very strong and you increase the muscle of everything, right? So as you can see, I'll still be losing stability, but I'm not falling. I'm catching myself. My foot is working. If you end up falling, oh well, right? But the important thing is that that foot is going to be working, and see my eyes stay closed, and I battle for that. All right, so we're going to go 3 minutes on each leg here today. I haven't even opened my eyes yet. I'll get back to you for the outro. Guys, 51 minutes. That's going to be it for this workout. Typically, I do finish something like this in around 45 minutes. Most of the time, yeah, like 42 minutes. But because I had all this recording, all that stuff, that's probably why it took a little bit longer. But this is just to show you, you can have a great workout, especially as a busy footballer. There's a lot of things that you have to be taking care of. And so doing something short and sweet, but that's gonna take your capacity, your longevity to a whole nother level, so you can continue to play the game you love for a long time, is gonna be important. And this is what has really helped me take my foot health, my ankle health, my knee injuries, my groin injuries to another level. I hope you found this useful. If you're looking for custom plans because you're coming back from an injury, those are typically the clients that I get coming back from injuries, like some of my clients right here, or former clients I should say. Or if you want something more general, I have my Ultimate Footballer plans. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay.